So with the SBCs, we found out last week that pretty much most of them are at least semi-worth doing, because at the very minimum, the grind is completely repeatable. You can just go ahead and complete everything. It is almost like a card collection towards the end, which, to be honest, I'm a big fan of. It isn't necessarily the greatest thing in the world until we get a fully repeatable 85 times 10, 84 times 10. That's going to be when you can just get them done literally in a day or two. But right now, we have got some good SBCs out at the moment. We are in now the Footies franchise. There's no Team of the Tournaments left. There's no Bompastora. She was the last one left. And the icons, other than Raquelme, are all Footies. The only thing we're missing now, which I imagine is coming this Friday, or at least next week, will be potentially some of the 99s. If you remember last year, we had Mbappe, we had Neymar, we had Ronaldo. I'm pretty sure Messi was there as well, but they all basically were out in Team 1, 2, 3, and 4. But then they did bring them back in SBCs for you to complete, because even though they were in this repeatable pack, I don't think I got an Mbappe from a pack at all. I completed the SBC, so that is kind of the only way that you can actually get him, to be honest. If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. So hopefully they do bring that back, because I would like to at least finish with them. I'm not saying that I'm going to be dying to complete the SBC, because we've seen the response from somebody like Eto'o. Now, Eto'o is a very, very good card. I am surprised it has taken this long to get a card like this. We have not had a single Eto'o at all. Now, he is extinct with his obvious lovely Footies Evo upgrade, but the 98 is coming in at 2.6 mil, which coin value is no longer a thing when it comes to SBCs, because the grind is free. It's literally how much you want to put in is what you can get back for literally nothing. So you don't actually have to spend any coins if you follow the right protocol with it. Now, obviously, you can go ahead and buy the players, but to be honest, why? Don't bother doing that. There's no point. The big thing with him is there's 32 SBCs to complete. It is nuts. Now, you are getting a lot of tradable packs back, so hopefully you do manage to hit a jackpot with him, getting some decent cards back, discarding them, getting some value, getting a promo pack, and just continuing the grind. That's kind of the whole thing with it. So it is looking past the SBC now and just thinking, A, am I going to collect him? And B, is he worth it? Now, Eto'o, in my opinion, is an incredible card. It's a very, very top-end card. So even though the SBC is very expensive and it will take a bit of time to get him done, he is definitely worth completing as quick as possible. There is a few like this. I believe the only ones to go is Soloff, Modric, and I feel like there's another one that might have gone straight away from week 1. Everybody else is still here. I believe Fakir is ending today. If we went through a few of the SBCs, I'm pretty sure Fakir has got, where is he? Is he going to be further down? Oh, of course he is. 31 hours left, so he's gone tomorrow. Loftus-Cheek has 7 hours left, so he's gone today. Future has got 7 weeks, so all the heroes and icons have got more than enough time. If we look at the icons first, we've got the likes of Kaka with 7 weeks to go, 15 days for Raquelme. We got 7 weeks for Abile, 8 weeks for Butra, 8 weeks for Van Persie, 9 for Schweinsteiger, and 9 for Eto'o as well. Now, if we are looking at their card individually, Raquelme for me is kind of just one of them ones that is there. I will complete him because it's the last card of him, and he's just there to grind. It's as simple as that, but that's why I've kind of gone with these categories. We've got complete first, which are players that are actually worth it, could get into your team straight away if you've not absolutely got everybody. If you've got a 99 Ronaldo, Messi, Haaland, then really there is no need to have him. He's going to be just a backup. But if you haven't, then that's what this is aimed for. We've got great value, which is just in terms of value of the card. You can kind of grind him out pretty quickly. For instance, somebody like a Schweinsteiger or Van Persie would be great value. A 96s for 250, 115. You can grind him out and he can get into your team, but he may not be a starter in your team. He might just be a bench. We have then the repeatable grind, which is kind of players that you'd put in. Someone like a JJ Okocha, someone like a Future that is there in terms of the lower value, but I mean, is kind of just grinding through. He's not really going to make it into anything. And then last resort is players that personally I think are not necessarily the greatest value and maybe not worth the complete, but at the minimum, if you've got the ultimate grind, there is a reason if you are card collecting. Someone like Abile would go in there, and if I was going for the other icons, I'd go Schweinsteiger in the middle, I'd go Van Persie in great value, I'd go Butra and Kaka in the complete first, because then we're looking at three players that are, funnily enough, strikers, which still would work. You got Van Persie, who's a fantastic card on that left wing. I really do like that they changed him into a player that could work on there as well. It's not just the stats, the actual playstyle pluses do venture into that side as well. The only kind of problem that means I wouldn't put him as a complete first is he's got no finesse shot. I would have took the technical away, kept the rapid, the ping pass and the whipped pass and put a finesse, and it could have been a decent card there. Whereas Schweinsteiger, love the card, I think he's brilliant, but he most definitely is not even like a 6th, 7th or 8th string centre mid at this point. Now, I'm not saying Van Persie's top of the list, but at least he's kind of a bit more up there. Whereas Schweinsteiger, there is a lot of competition. Abile is a decent right wing as well, but I mean, just for what you've got, I don't think she's going to get in at all at this point. Even then, maybe I could be a bit harsh and maybe go for the repeatable grind, because she is very similar to Schweinsteiger in this argument. Now, when we do look at some of the players then, like we said with Fekir, with Loftus-Cheek, they're going to be the ones I would try and complete now or as quick as possible, because Loftus-Cheek has only got 7 hours left. And to be honest, if you manage to kind of go through it, you can get them done pretty quickly as well. Like Loftus-Cheek is gone, then you've got Fekir in the next day. There's not multiple expiring on one day, like how icons normally have to a certain point, or they normally go, say, like everybody gets like 10 days, the next one's got 9 days, 8 days, 7 days. So they all finish on one day. You've got, as long as you finish Fekir, you've got 2 days spare. You finish then Scott, you've got 3, 4, 5 days spare. And then once you get to the heroes, there's a lot of days to go. Now, in terms of a lot of these, they are coming in cheap. Like, I don't think the value really exceeds much over 200, other than the likes of Werner, and I believe, yeah, Dybala's up there as well. And then if you look at some of the heroes, you're looking at someone like a Yaya Toure at 770. Everybody else is pretty much in that value spot, to be honest. I think they are coming in at a decent point where it's not like I've got a crazy grind every single card. It's more, I need to try and find a team of the season or a team of the week. Yaya Toure in himself, though, he's got a few SBCs to complete. I don't know, where is the total? Is it in the Squad Builder Challenge? Where's he gone? Is he going to tell me? Where's the SBCs? It should tell me somewhere. I can't think of, where did I know to be honest. I can't count to 9. I thought there was more, to be honest. I thought it was in the teens, but he's got 9 SBCs to complete, which is nice and easy to know. When I'm looking at the players then, I'm kind of going off what I'm thinking with where they are in terms of actually kind of going in with the Footies, because we've got a lot of players now. Like Footies Team 3 really did something. Like you look at it, you've got CR7, you've got Frimpong now as a right back, Rio and company, even a cheeky Alaba in there, Sammy Kerr as a 99 as well, coming in at 1.8, Dembele's securing himself into that right wing. There is so many top end players out now that a lot of these SBCs are going to be behind the curve. That's just naturally how it works. The SBCs are not meant to be the driving factor, maybe 1 or 2, but not every single one of them. So if I was kind of looking for a few of them, I think Future, for me, would go into more of a repeatable grind. Again, he's kind of okay, but I'd have loved a 5/5 for him. I think the pricing is good, but he's just not quite in that great value for me. Same with Fekir. I think Fekir for me is one of them ones that he's holding on to the past. I loved him like 2 years ago, he had a phenomenal card. It went card after card. He was just getting better and better. Whereas now, the gimmick's kind of over, in my opinion. Kanu would be a last resort regardless of price. He's really not in this game. He's okay, but I mean, he's just not usable in the slightest. I think Okocha coming in the great value. I always like him. 5-5 finesse shot. Hasn't got the pace playstyle plus, which we can kind of get on with. It's why I wouldn't necessarily go complete first with him. Loftus-Cheek, again, think he's phenomenal value for what you get. If you used his team of the season, brilliant card in this upgrade for him, especially with a Footies premium as well. Joe Cole would be the same. I think that's quite an easy one. I'd go Donovan. Again, more towards a last resort, unfortunately. Dybala goes up there. Lovely card. Harry Maguire, if he had the anticipate, could have been one more. But I think with him, he is, again, very much nostalgic merchant more than anything. Unfortunately for him, he's just not hit that top end. He's got block, slide tackle, aerial. So, I mean, he could definitely partner a centre-back and be absolutely fine. Like, someone like a Carvalho would do really well with him. And Carvalho as a centre-back is stunning. We obviously go with Yaya there as well. And finally, I just remembered, because we've just seen him, we have actually got another Robertson. He has had the lovely 88 triple threat? No, what was it? Trailblazer. Thinking, I knew it was a T. He got the Trailblazer literally as one of the first ever promos, and it has taken him until Footies to get his next. And unfortunately, to be fair to him, there is a lot of good left backs this year. It is such a shame, because him and Trent were like, they were 2-3 years where they just had left back and right back on lock. Now, for left back especially, Davies was always there, but very expensive. Ferland Mendy, you obviously got one at Footies. Then you've got Teo Hernandez, who's came out of nowhere this year and got some incredible cards. Let alone a Capdevia, a Roberto Carlos, Batcher, Rolfo. There is so many left backs at that top end. So unfortunately, he doesn't quite get the top end for me. If you're a Liverpool fan, obviously he goes to the top. But most definitely as a left back right now, he's in the kind of 6th, 7th, maybe even 8th string, depending on where you put some of them. Timo Werner, again, if everybody loved his fantasy, everybody's going to love this card. He is an absolute must complete. A 320. His 92 absolutely went off. The 97 is just an absolute breath of fresh air. The only thing that I think when it comes to some of these Footies is they really let themselves down with maybe not having that 5-5. I know not everybody can be 5-5. That's fair enough. And not everybody can have their perfect playstyle pluses. Not everybody can be 99. But at least give them one. Like, he hasn't got the finesse shot, which we know is very metaful. He's got the rapid, the first touch, which is nice. A little bit of power shot. So if he's not getting the finesse shot, give him the 5-star skills as well. Give a bit of give and take, to be honest. I think that's where we could be waiting for with a Werner. But there could be an evolution later on down the line that gives him the 5-star skills. Who knows? And then we're left with a few players that are okay. Like Sterling's got a nice card. I think it's definitely one of them ones that is decent value for what you get back. A Pender would definitely be the same. Mane this year, unfortunately, the Saudi effect is an absolute tree for him. He's just not really been anywhere, in my opinion. This, even though he did get the ultimate birthday, he got a lovely FC Pro, an inform, he's not really been one that I've been wanting to try out. Now, this card definitely looks decent enough. I don't think it's a terrible card by any means. He's a 5-5. He's got some decent playstyle pluses, but realistically at this point, I'm like, well, we've got so many strikers that, again, he's just a little bit too late, in my opinion. When it comes to the rest of them, I think Kubo be more of a grind now. I think he's just very much past it in a right wing. And to be fair, with these two lovely ladies, we've got Scott coming in as a decent DM. I'd probably go more last resort now with CDMs that we've got, and even strikers, to be fair to her. She's got everything in the right position, but we've got so many top end. Like, Werner would definitely take her out. You've got 3 icons. You've got a few in the top here. Pender's very, very good in his position. The only thing that she has got really going is aerial plus, fantastic, press proven, rapid, just missing out on that finesse shot, and potentially could have been another Smith. So let me know down below what you think about this. Do you agree with the grind? Are you doing it? And is there players that you're just missing out on totally? Peace.